come on, cuz, man. Start this fucking game. Move. Get down, boy. I don't feel like nothing about to move. Get down. Give me the belt. Give me the belt. You want to go in that room? You want to go in the room? Get down. Go in. Get in the room. You wait. Fucking rush me.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Washington football team. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short.
Move.
Nice pickup of 9 yards
Move.
on first down.
Fabian Moreau.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Edmonds, the ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
He's across midfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll look to throw right away. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Washington.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Matt Ioannidis able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Pulled in at the 24. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 45-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Washington.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Open man here, Sims complete.
Haskins pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Cardinals' 39-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Cardinals nothing.
Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. First catch for the Washington leader in receiving yards a year ago. Good for a 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. They run the counter. Gibson. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Counter play, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. Murray again. This is straight. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
From the 27, Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
4-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, They're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Formation for Washington.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3.
Washington 13, Cardinals 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with Dre. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. He can run for it, and he will. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin. His second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 34-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
On play action, it's Murray. Steps away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Troy Apke.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
Pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
22-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the defense.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And he's got it up and through.
Makes this Washington 20, Cardinals 10.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
27, Cardinals 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running to start the drive is Love. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Try the toss play to Love. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
9-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a
Sit
little
your ass down.
because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Haskins to throw it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, He can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Murray. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Cardinals
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Gibson on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
To Bryce Love.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Forced out to his left. He finds Hopkins complete. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10.
They fake the handoff, now Murray.
Nice job there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
On the coverage.
To throw again. Haskins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Love, and he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Washington field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he'll take it down shy the 45 at the 46. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now Washington has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, there's been a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 34-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They turn to Love on the handoff. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Third down.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. The Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Turnover on downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike, 53.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
1 yard.
Not much there, only a yard.
And 9. At the 30.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
1st down, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl. DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the play. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams there to make the grab. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Second and goal.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
Is the game.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Cardinals' 34-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Haskins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 52 yards.
The 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. And right away, he'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept him. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Inman able to bring it in. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. And he's got room. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The tackle made.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again. Matthew Ioannidis. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We'll call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Let go defense. Here we go. It's a safety screen.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down at
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Washington.
Haskins now off the bootleg. And this is incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Haskins. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. Well, I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Going quickly out to the right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Barber, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown,
Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he puts it through.
Makes this Washington 14. Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he's got Fitzgerald. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Washington first down.
They go play action now. Haskins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up third down. Haskins will throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start the drive with Love here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled at the 30.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Love again. And some room to work. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 6-yard line.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
And even 60 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
On 2nd down, Love. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Bryce Love, his first touchdown of the new season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing again, Murray. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21. Cardinals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it off. It's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
46-yard line.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense. And I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys. Do your job. But the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Steps away to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Murray to air it out again. Going deep for Hopkins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard line.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays. And this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First down, Murray.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 36 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return is Peterson. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Isaiah Simmons brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
taken
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
26-yard line.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.